Okay, here with Brandin Podziemski. So for those who don't know you all that much, just kind of talk about your basketball journey. How'd you get started and how'd you get to where you are today?
Well, I started in 8th grade. I was a baseball player my whole life. And I think through baseball, I've learned so much about basketball, and it's helped me in so many different ways. And I picked it up in 8th grade. I was a forward, center. I was one of the tallest people, so I credit that to my touch around the basket. And then as I grew older, I grew into more of a guard. And it always hasn't been easy. A lot of the times I've been counted out. People doubted me, said I can't do something, and I think that's kind of what I live for. Just, people say I can't do something, I try to prove them wrong as best I can.
I guess elaborating on that a little bit more, in what ways have you been counted out in the past, you feel like?
Just like when I first started, there was like, oh, he's just a regular white boy that can just shoot. He won't play at the college level, at best D3. And just stuff like that. And I just take it to heart. After last year, a bunch of people from back home like, oh, he's Mr. Basketball, state of Wisconsin, but he can't do anything in college. And so I just hear all that stuff, and I just put it to my work ethic over this summer. And the work always wins out, no matter which way you look at it. So I give a huge credit to my work ethic.
When do you feel like, was there like a certain moment where you felt like you could really play at the next level, or even at an NBA level?
I would say in the summer, these last 2 summers, before I went to college and after my freshman year, or when I go back home in the summertime for a little bit, I get a chance to play against the pros from Wisconsin. And just playing against them, and you see what they do, and I look at them like, wow, I'm almost there. I'm not quite there. I got a lot to work on, but I can definitely compete with them. And then, being a leader, I just try to rub that off on my teammates that no matter who we play, we can compete with anybody.
Have you received any advice from those NBA pros from Wisconsin?
Yeah, the biggest world message I can give is they say you got to do it right away. Like a lot of people come in the league, they try to don't step on anybody's toes, they just try to feel it out, and that's what happens. And you get sent down to the G League, which is nothing wrong with the G League, but if you're here to stay, you got to show what you can do right away, because at the end of the day, it's a lifestyle, and you provide for your family.
Talking about fit a little bit, you started at Illinois, transferred over here to Santa Clara. Just, what makes Santa Clara a good fit for you?
Well, a multitude of things. One, I didn't know anything about it. And my man Keyshawn from Madison, I knew him growing up. And so I had a conversation with him. And then, the second thing that I didn't know was going to happen, Jalen Williams, he gets drafted. So it gives me all the confidence in the world. Like, wow, if he can come from here, be a lottery pick, and make a huge impact that he's making right away for the Thunder, why can't I do it? You know what I mean? So those were the 2 biggest things. And then just Coach Sendick and his staff really believe in me. And the stuff he was saying, it was really genuine. And it wasn't all just fugazi fluff stuff.
Talk about kind of how your game has developed with the program over the past 8 months or so.
Yeah, I think I've grown in multiple areas. I think I pride myself in energy and effort, and that's how you see the box score get filled up. But I think I've been getting better as a playmaker and being there more for my teammates. I always knew I could score, but then everything else, because of my energy and effort, fills it up.
Yeah. Kind of on that note, you just kind of put up stats effortlessly. That's something you've always done in high school. Just, how does that come about? What's your approach to the game now?
Energy and effort. I know that from experience, when you play just to win and you play for your teammates, all the individual accolades, all the individual stats will take care of itself because of the player and the work you put in.
What do you feel like you've kind of shown NBA scouts so far this season?
I would say that I'm a dog. I can do everything that they ask me to do. You want me to come in, hit shots and play defense? I can do that. You want me to rebound? You want me to play on the ball, play off the ball, make plays for my team? I can do everything. So I try to show that I have an array of things that I can do, and that whatever is necessary at that moment, I can do it.
We're kind of condensing your game down a little bit. What would you say is kind of like your most bankable NBA skill?
Well, obviously my shooting. I think I'm a floor spacer. I think I can knock it down, but just my grit and my toughness and the will to win, I think it's different than most people think.
Any players that you kind of like to compare yourself to or are compared to?
Yeah, I like to watch Tyler Hero, Luka Doncic. Right now, I get to go to Warriors frequently games, so I like to watch Dante DiVincenzo, just what he does. I feel like I could fill a similar role on an NBA team. But then, Manu Ginobili back from the 90s, just how he played, the more European, finesse kind of style, all 4 of those.
On some NBA mock drafts and, all that type of stuff, is that something that you kind of pay attention to?
No, I don't pay attention to it. If we win and we make it to the tournament, we make noise, I think that will take care of itself.
A few more questions, but you mentioned Jalen Williams is a guy, now with the OKC Thunder. Is he someone who's kind of reached out, giving you some advice?
Yeah, I mean, he came back during the summer for a couple weeks, and I got to really talk to him about how to get there, what he did, what was necessary. And then through this year, I've been, FaceTime. He came when we played BYU the first time back home, and so we got to talk a little bit. And he's been giving me some little snippets of the NBA.
If you had one hashtag to describe yourself, what would that hashtag be and why?
Dog.
Okay. Why dog?
I just think I'm a true competitor. I think people sometimes overlook that. When the mock drafts come out, they have all these people ahead of you, and I see it, and I just think I can outwork and out-tough everybody on that list.
And wrapping it up with this, 5 years from now, where do you see yourself?
In the NBA.
All right, appreciate the time.
Yes,
man.
sir.